When this came out in '92, it was called a Floyd Rose Classic because it came with this big hunk of metal on it called the Floyd Rose Bridge. And it's got DiMarzio pickups in it because I love DiMarzio pickups. And I've had it and I've played it pretty solidly on every gig I've had since I bought it. And I was dancing with the one that brung ya. I got the TSO gig playing this on the audition. It's been around the world, Bangkok, Japan, everywhere with me, so I love it. But now I'm going to break out one of the show guitars just so you guys can see kind of what the TSO thing's about.
Yeah, good song. Randy Rhoads Jackson Special Edition.
All right. No, it's not the Randy Rhoads Special Edition. This was custom made for me, Angus Clark of the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, which anybody can get a guitar custom made. So you just need a good amount of money or an employer who's willing to get you one. Yeah, this was inspired by the original Randy Rhoads model with the pinstriping and everything. And it's an American-made Jackson guitar. They're awesome guitars, and yeah, they're really cool. And again, it has DiMarzio pickups in it. This is called Monster. It's by Metal Church. This is a solo. It comes out in September. It's called This Present Wasteland, so look for it. So that solo was kind of like an ode to Randy Rhoads and like these players of kind of late '80s metal. I was trying to utilize some sweep picking and some fast two-string patterns, like at the end. And just the structure of the solo. When I wrote the solo, I really composed it, and I started with this one lick. And that fit with what was going on underneath it, because the band was playing. So I was like, I was hitting those same hits that the band is. So whenever if you guys are ever taking a solo, this is an important thing to think about. What's the band doing? I should do something that ties in with that. So I play that like at the beginning. Little fast lick. Then I do the exact same lick, it just moves to the 4 chord. Ooh, the 4 chord. And it goes, and then there's more fast stuff, little 2-string pattern. Which very interestingly starts in the Dorian mode and ends in, starts in the Aeolian mode and ends in the Dorian mode. Don't ask. And then ask your teacher, they'll explain it to you. I didn't know there was going to be a quiz. I was playing by shape. I was like, this looks cool. Then I was like, oh yeah, I'm changing scales. Well, all right, that's rock and roll. And then, breaking all the rules, guys. You guys can explain it to the students tomorrow. It's all good. And then, right, so fast stuff, and then I imply a 5 chord, even though the band doesn't play the 5 chord. You can ask your teacher about that. And then I play the big sweep, which somebody told me that Joe Satriani has used it, so I'm going to have to assume that he stole it from me. And then because at that point the solo was too composed, so I needed to put a little more loosey-goosey rock and roll back in it, or get some beer on the frets, as I like to say it. You can ask your teachers about that too, and that's where I go big long bend, you know. Big double stop bend. That's very Randy Rhoads reminiscent of the whole, you know. That whole thing from Crazy Train. And then at the end, big long run, and now I'm being totally legally in the Dorian mode. And then I quote the melody. Always quote the melody in your solo is always nice to do for the fans who are listening. Ooh, that's the melody in the guitar solo. Right? Yeah? Who's with me?